Hello and welcome to another Magic the Gathering unboxing. I haven't had a look at the booster battle pack for the new set yet, so I thought I'd crack one of these open. So if you're not familiar with this product, it gives you an idea of what's in it, and if you've already seen one of these already, opened them or seen one of the videos, it'll be interesting to see the breakdown in the sort of what they call the semi-random part of the deck. So what happens here is you get two 22 card semi-random decks, two booster packs, one each, a learn to play guide and a rules insert, and the idea is you open up your packs and you mix them in with your particular semi-random decks. So it's going to be interesting to see if they're sticking with the colours for the guilds in Gatecrash, which I suspect they are. Now, starting from the previous set, Return to Ravnica, I think they stopped giving you little packs. They used to give you these little deck boxes, which they don't seem to give you anymore. So you're going to be getting, like I said, two 22 card decks, and they're so far have always been two colour, and of course it should be the same with Gatecrash. Let's just have a quick look in here. Again, this is for the benefit of anybody that's not seen one of these before and wonders what was in it. So it basically explains what the battle pack is. Let me just find the right bit here. Yeah, so here's the bit. And then obviously once you finish playing with this, they give instructions on sort of where to next. So how to use your battle pack again by adding more cards. A little bit about pack wars, which this is effectively has come from pack wars, and then booster draft, which is ultimately the direction that they're going with. And although they don't mention in here, of course, there is the sort of sealed deck that you might come across if you ever go along to a pre-release. So let's look at our first bit of our 22 card semi-random element. See what's in the core deck. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll look at each one of these in turn and crack the relevant booster with it. This is Shielded Passage. So it looks like we've got white-black here because we've got a Swamp. Syndic of Tithes. Gutter Skulk. Kingpin's Pet. Black and white. So that's seen play in Pauper actually. There's a black-white deck with Kingpin's Pet in it. Dutiful Thrall. Orzhov Guildgate. So this is our white-black mana fixing. Angelic Edict. So we're probably going to see a Guildgate in the other deck as well. Beckon Apparition. Gives you tokens. Syndicate Enforcer. It's got Extort on it. Gift of Orzhov, which is an uncommon. Contaminated Ground. That enchants a land, locks it down, and if it becomes tapped, its controller loses 2 life. And Smog Elemental is another uncommon, which has flying. Creatures with flying your opponent's control get -1/-1. Just trying to see if there's any underlying theme in here. So there's a bit of sort of control going on. We've got flyers in here. We have Extort. Life loss. We can actually exile a target creature from our graveyard and put tokens in. Another exile card. Creature with regenerate on it. Another creature with extort on it. Straight vanilla. Yeah, so we have an extort theme going here. So let's have a look when we open our booster pack. See what sort of white black cards we got in with extort. Now, when you're using this, I think they do specifically mention that you unwrap your decks to see which colours the cards are, decide which player gets which deck. Each player opens a booster pack and chooses up to 5 cards from it to add to his or her deck. Shuffle and play. Okay, so Angelic Edict. We got something in white. We've already got that in the deck. We also have Shadow Alley Denizen. Blue Leyline Phantom wouldn't be playable in this deck. Scab Clan Charger. Voljack Halberdiers. Playable in this deck. Mugging. Forced Adaptation. Got some good solid commons here, but not all playable in this deck. Nav Squad Commandos. So this has Battalion on it, so it's not really relevant to this deck, but it is in white. Sage Road Denizen. Got an artifact, Razor Tip Whip. So we could play that. Nimbus Swimmer. Obviously that's more at home in the green-blue deck. And I'm just trying to think of the keyword that works well with. Serene Remembrance, the green card. Miming Slime. Okay, so this would be appropriate. So we've got White Black Death Pact Angel, which is a mythic. Has flying. When Death Pact Angel dies, put a 1/1 white and black cleric creature token onto the battlefield. It has 3 white, black, black. Sacrifice this creature, return a card named Death Pact Angel from your graveyard to the battlefield. Mountain. And the promotion advert card. So let's see what we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have exactly 5 cards that would be able to go in this deck. And I'm just looking through. So you could use that in. We've got creatures in the deck. Whenever Nav Squad Commandos and at least 2 other creatures attack, Nav Squad Commanders get +1/+1 until end of turn. Untap it. So although we don't have other battalion creatures in here, we do have creatures, so it would work in the deck. Okay, so that was our first one. Put it to one side. Okay, let's look at our other semi-random deck. So we have Metropolis Sprite, Call of the Nightwing, so blue-black deck here. Cipher on it. And mana base, Horror of the Dim, Death Cult Rogue. So we'll keep an eye open for any Cipher cards. Hands of Binding, that has Cipher on it. So if you've not seen Cipher before, Cipher, then you may exile this card, this spell card, encoded on a creature you control. Whenever that creature deals combat damage to a player, its controller may cast a copy of the encoded card without paying its mana cost. Death's Approach. Shadow Slice, Mortar Strider, Gridlock, Dimir Guildgate. So here's our blue-black fixing. Shadow Alley Denizen. And Sky Games. So this time round we're looking for blue and black for our deck. Okay. Scab Clan Charger, so that's in green. Kingpin's Pet. That would belong in the other deck really. Mortis Strider, that's got blue-black. So when that dies, it actually returns to its owner's hand. Boris Guildgate. It's another Sky Games. Corpse Blockade. Burst of Strength. Prophetic Prism. So this is common in the set, which fixes mana. Should I say filters mana really, because you have to pay one colourless in order to activate this. So one colourless, you tap it and then add one mana of your of any colour to your mana pool. Orzhov Guildgate. Gift of Orzhova. So this is hybrid mana. So it's white, black, and one colourless. So we could actually play this in this deck because we've got black in here. Gruul Charm. Simic Flux Mage. Illusionist Bracers. Predator's Rapport, which looks like a foil. So yeah, so Illusionist Bracers was our rare. So whenever an ability of equipped creature is activated, if it isn't a mana ability, copy that ability. You may choose new targets for that for the copy equip 3. And a swamp. And a night token. Obviously we could use the swamp in the deck if we really wanted to. So let's see again. See 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got much more choice this time around out of our 7 cards we have here. We only need 5. Let's have a look and see. So basically I'm putting in this pile the sort of ones that I would like to play. I don't know at this point whether we would need to worry too much about filtering mana, but we'd have to see. That might be quite handy to attach to a creature. This actually has Evolve on it. Illusionist Bracers. Yeah, if I was going to put all 5, I mean, again, you don't have to put all 5 in, but I would probably do something like that if I had to, because I don't think you probably have too much trouble with mana in this deck. There's plenty of mana, so we'd have to see. I was just going to have a quick look at this again because there was something interesting going on here. I was just seeing actually whether there will be anything in here would even trigger that evolve trigger. So that might well not really work. So the highest, we've got a 3, 4, then 2, 2. Let me just have a quick look at that. It's a 1, 2. So yeah, so we've got a few creatures in there that would actually trigger its its evolved trigger if we wanted to. Okay, so there you have the battle pack. It's sort of Wizard's way, I suppose, of getting people into playing limited formats, in a sort of staggered way. My favourite limited is basically I like to play more, I suppose, what you would call sealed deck. So where you take 6 boosters and create a deck, 40 card deck from that. But this is an interesting introduction because of course it does give you decks that you can start with straight away. You haven't got to get hold of land or anything like that. Okay, thanks for watching.